Welcome to our Sunday specials. Over 2 million people have reportedly lost their lives globally since the outbreak of the coronavirus since January 2020. In spite of this, there are some people who scoff and stubbornly insist that the global pandemic does not exist due to religious beliefs or just out of ignorance. In this special report, correspondent Phenom Joshua took a trip to one of the isolation centers in Jos, where he had a chat with coronavirus-infected persons receiving medical treatment.
The Nigerian government on February 27, 2020 confirmed that the coronavirus had found its way into the country. Since then, the virus has maintained a steady spread from Lagos, the epicenter, to almost all the 36 states of the country and Abuja, the FCT. 118,138 persons are confirmed to have been infected with coronavirus in Nigeria. 94,150 out of the number luckily recovered, while 1,490 others have died of its complications, as recently reported by the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Billions of naira from the government, private groups and individuals have been spent in the treatment, prevention and support following a nationwide lockdown to stop the spread of the virus. In spite of the awareness and ongoing campaign to maintain safety measures, some people still refuse to believe that coronavirus is real. Such individuals have continued to dare the disease by not observing the laid-down rules. Edward Banward is the Chief Medical Director of the Jos University Teaching Hospital, while Philemon Golwa is in charge of Plateau Specialist Hospital. They are worried about the attitude of some residents in observing the coronavirus safety measures.
There are people that believe that it's not true. But I must say it is at their peril. All right? It is at their peril. There are people that have shouted, there's no COVID, there's no COVID. And when they get the COVID, they die. So they don't have time to tell the story. I heard of a story of one man around my village that was telling people that they are putting masks, there's nothing like that. Unfortunately for him, he came down with COVID. And he didn't survive it. I wish he had survived it to tell the story.
People have not changed their attitude, even though with the devastation of the COVID, the second wave of the COVID-19. We expect that when you are managing something and people are telling you that this one is much more severe, you're supposed to change your attitude. Just move outside the hospital. Nobody thinks of masks. Nobody follows the normal protocols put down by government to just make sure we cut down this problem. And so we believe that our attitude must change. We need to take everything with all sense of seriousness so that we're able to get out of it.
This group of young people, over 200 in number, organized a secondary school graduation party in a community in Jos North Council area of the state. None of them wore face masks or observed any of the safety measures for prevention of COVID-19 infection. The Enforcement and Monitoring Committee on COVID-19 Safety Protocols set up by the state government on getting information crashed the venue of the event and forcefully dispersed them.
This committee actually went around to check and incidentally caught a group of students trying to celebrate their graduation, which is not in line with the directives being given by His Excellency. Definitely there and then the committee dispersed and also continued monitoring in the compliance of the protocol.
At the University of Jos Teaching Hospital, the Chief Medical Director gives us an update of their efforts treating persons infected with the virus.
Sadly, the second phase has come with its complications, and we are seeing more deaths, we are seeing more patients, and we are seeing the severe side of the illness, unlike previously. With the second wave, the consumption of the oxygen has gone up, getting close to twofold increase in the consumption of oxygen. As I told you, some patients are perpetually on oxygen for upwards of 2 weeks. So that is enormous, and it takes the finances of the hospital. There's need for more hands. Need for more hands to cater for the patients, because these patients need care 24 hours. A nurse that will be going around, she will break down. But if you have more nurses, you can divide the work. So there are need for more nurses, and government should look into that. There are need for more doctors, infectious disease specialists that will cater for this.
We sought the permission of the CMD to visit the COVID-19 isolation ward to see, as well as to talk to infected persons on their experiences having the virus. Permission was then granted, and we proceeded to the section known as the holding area. The caregivers there took time to dress us with the standard precautionary kits, and we were ready to go in. This facility behind me is an isolation ward where some of the persons infected with the coronavirus are kept and currently receiving medical treatment here at the Jos University Teaching Hospital. We are going in to meet them. Lydia Tonko got infected with the virus during a business transaction with an infected customer. She has been on admission receiving medical attention for over a month now.
Actually, when I started, the day that it will hook me very well was a Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I was not myself. I was just lying down. I see food I cannot eat. I will just be breathing up like this. That is how I've been breathing. Then with a little cough.
We were permitted to visit only 3 patients at this facility. This elderly woman in her 70s resolved to seek divine intervention in her situation. To those who believe coronavirus is a myth, Mama Lydia has this message.
Corona is real. I have tested it. I have seen, this is my 4th week here. And about how many people, even yesterday, a 47-year-old man brought from Plateau, he died here with corona. So, corona is real. That is the only word I can tell them. Corona is real. Please, they should not doubt. They should not doubt at all. If we like ourselves and we want to get rid of this problem, we should admit that corona is real and we should find a way out so that we get out of this problem.
Keeping safe for now is a personal responsibility if we are dreaming of going back to our normal lifestyle again. It is important to take it very serious in observing all the safety guidelines to overcome the second wave of the coronavirus and also to prevent the further spread of the disease for our own good. Funam Joshua, TVC News, Jos.